G'day guys, sitting in Bangkok, having a cup of coffee, watching the world go by, sitting on the dock of the bay you could say, watching the world go by, bloody beautiful. Getting a bit older now, but I still enjoy just sitting around watching people doing what people do. Just outside Platinum Plaza at McDonald's, at the food halls. Oh, that's a big sugar, it's a dessert spoonful. Just have a little bit. Anyway, it's not about me. Hey, I could be sitting at home looking at YouTubes. I could be sitting at home editing. I could be sitting at home twiddling my thumbs. Or come to Bangkok, look around at this magnificent place. So that's what I'm doing. And having a coffee to settle me guts. Had a birthday the other day. Made me think about things. I'm fully aware that I'm running out of time, but the strange part is I'm feeling not in the slightest bit old. My body is starting to slow down for sure. But I myself am not feeling the slightest bit old. I'm still looking for challenges. I'm still looking for things to do, mountains to climb, which is totally crazy. But that's life, I suppose. I don't know. I don't really want to know. Mysterious. One things, or some things, some rules that I've learned. Some rules that I've learned to be true. There's one thing: humans are never ever happy. No matter what they are, what they achieve, and where they get to, they're never happy, and they're always looking for more. Number 2 rule is you don't need to know everything. There's a lot of things you just don't need to know. So don't worry about it if you don't know something. Normally, if you need to know, the answer will pop up. But if you start scratching around trying to find it, it could take you forever. But it'll pop up in the next day or two without you even looking for it. And the Buddhism one that's very important that I found out is everything you know may not be right. Everything you see may not be right. Everything you hear may not be right. So everything that you are aware that is correct and right may not be so. And that has just proven itself to be correct year after year, the more you get older. I can edit that out, I can put a voice, I can put a music track over that if I need to. Getting too deep and serious. I don't know what the hotel is here, but it's a huge shopping centre just around the corner on the other main road. And there's big international hotels here somewhere because of the amount of tourists walking around. I'm hoping to go down to Pattaya tomorrow. I'm needing to get my watch hours up. My watch hours are dismal. Basically the whole performance is dismal as far as the YouTube metrics, how they measure your success or not. Bloody, that's I'm a dismal failure. But I'm sitting here having my coffee, filming away, chatting away. I don't feel like a failure, but YouTube tells me I am. So I'll go down to Pattaya and I'll do some street footage, have some walk around, some visit some friends and do stuff down there, and that'll get me watch hours up for sure. I know the formula, I know how that works, but that's not my main YouTube channel stuff. I just like filming people. I'm a people watcher. I like watching people. There's a couple of old boys still doing it. Just sitting in Bangkok enjoying a nice cup of coffee. What's the word? Uneasiness in my belly is starting to disappear, and the seasickness feeling in my head starting to disappear. I want to do some more train trips around Thailand. They're magic. I love train trips. My mate hates train trips. I love them. Everybody's different, that's something I've realised. Everybody's got different desires and things that they do when you're young. When you're young and you've got a family, when you're younger and got a family, and you're trying to make ends meet, pay your bills, pay your mortgages, all those things, you haven't got time to think about what it's all about. You're just thinking about how to pay the next bill, how you're going to replace the leaking hot water service, and your car's acting up and how much is that going to cost you. That's what you think about when you're younger and you've got a younger family and a wife and stuff like that. You're busy with surviving, you know, surviving financially mostly, not so much surviving physically, just surviving financially. When I grew up, most people had a good job, a reasonable job. When I started working, it was on the old system of one man's wage would be enough for him to buy a house, buy a car, and have it paid off by the time he retires, and live sort of okay, comfortably, as long as he wasn't too extravagant. That was on one man's working wage. But then it's modified, the society got manipulated later on to women had the right to work, became progress through women have the right to work, and legislation putting quotas on how many women had to be employed in workplaces. That's a controversial thing, but we won't worry about that. But when it ended up was men's wages actually became worth less, and a household, the man and the woman, both had to work to make ends meet. Now when you both have to work and you've got children, that means you've got to go and pay someone who is registered and approved by the government. You've got to go and pay someone to look after your children, called daycare, while your wife goes to work. And basically we got screwed over as a society, and now the children go and get looked after by some other people, which are normally good people, but they're other people. They get hived off, they get farmed off to other people to look after, and the mother doesn't get to look after them except at night when she comes home from work. And she's stuffed. She's been working in a job. She's tired. And then she's got to come home, her and the husband, and do all the housework as well. I don't think it's a good thing. I think children spending their day with their mum playing and enjoying each other's company wasn't a bad concept of how to live. In the older days, when I started working, that was the stereotype, that was the norm. The man would work and the woman would look after the house and the children and manage all that sort of stuff. And that wasn't too bad, it was quite all right. But the thing is, if a woman had a burning desire to go and get a job, or just wanted to go and get a job, as well as her husband, there was no barriers to stop her. There was plenty of jobs. You know, social engineers might say that women couldn't get a job or they got paid 20 cents in the dollar. Sawadee Krap, how are you?
The old man come in, pay 700 baht. I pay 1 month, 1 1,000 baht.
Find 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 sleep before I sleep.
Oh.
I work small budget.
Yeah, okay, okay.
How much money government, my mother, father, dad.
Oh, yeah, everybody need more money for sure.
I make
Oh.
my friend, they give me. Last time, last year, he gave me 5,000 baht.
Okay, okay.
Same thing, he come about extra income.
Ah, very good, very good. No problem, no problems at all. And who is this? Your grandchild?
Family too.
Family? Very good, very
Where
good.
you come from?
I come from Cha Chong Sao.
Huh?
Cha Chong Sao.
Money now, you here.
Hey?
Eating.
Eating. Oh,
Need money.
you need money. No, you're okay, you're okay. You say me. You're okay.
You have money, I don't have money.
I
Very
have.
poor. In Thai,
What?
very poor.
What do you want to eat?
I want, I go 6 o'clock. I go buy food.
I'll just give this.
How long you stay in Thailand?
Yeah.
500 baht.
No, I'll not give you 500. I'll give you 20 baht. King cow, sticky rice. I just give it old dude. He come up here. He's having a bit of a chat, like a homeless person, I suppose you would say. You know, but he's doing okay. Just an old bloke. Picks up a couple of bucks from the tourists. Give him 20 baht. That's $1. I'm a miserable old bastard, aren't I? He says, you have plenty of money, I don't have any money. He doesn't know the truth. He's probably richer than me for sure. But that's not what it's about. Where I come from in Australia, in Victoria, the state of Australia, the Lord Mayor decided in the capital city in Melbourne, the Lord Mayor decided that he's going to get rid of all the beggars around the streets in Melbourne. And most of the beggars around the streets in Melbourne are either two types: people with intellectual disabilities and crack addicts and stuff like that. There's two different types: drug addicts, crack addicts, no hope as you call them, and other people have just got intellectual disabilities who wander the streets. And he said he's going to get rid of all the beggars. Didn't look good. But what he didn't realise is that the beggars serve a good purpose. They serve a purpose of allowing people to feel generous, allowing people to give some money to the beggars and feel good about it. It gives people a good feeling. A lot of people a good feeling to give some money to someone that's not doing as good as them. And you don't have to give them the money. It's your choice. You don't have to give the crackheads money for the dope. You don't have to give the old alco money. You don't have to give people, and you don't have to give them a lot of money. It's your choice. Makes you feel good. Makes a lot of people feel good giving money to beggars. Some beggars are bloody can get demanding, not so much in Melbourne, but the normal person is just sitting there with his paper cup in front of him. I say beggars playing on a guitar or something. They're not beggars, they're buskers. That's a different thing, but it's good to give. I like their music. It's good to give them some money. There's old grandma over there. Old grandma over there eating her noodles, having a chat. Had to put an age on her. She'd be over 70. She'd be over 70 years old. And she's out there working. She's just having a bit to eat while she's in between customers. In between the customers, not. Another interesting thing. Talk about intellectual disability people. People have got a slight problem in the mind. Around Thailand, what I've seen is people wandering around who don't really have the ability to carry money and to deal with money and stuff like that. They wander around and they just walk up to one of these stalls here, and the people in the stalls will give them food and drinks for free. They don't have to ask, they just look at the food and the people will pack something up and give it to them. They do it all the time. It's a different society. It's really good. Yeah, we're disabled, the poor people are a part of a community and everybody looks after them. A lot of bad people in Thailand too. You hear that on the news. But most people in the community know who the bad people are. Leave them alone, don't go near them. Bloody coffee's tasting good. Me coffee's tasting real good here. The monk just went past. That's great. I bought myself a little I bought myself a I'm not buying sheep now, I've given up buying sheep. I bought myself a Bluetooth speaker. The speaker on my computer at home has given up and I've had to wear the headsets to do all my editing. So I bought a little Bluetooth speaker, 900 bahts. It feels heavy, should be alright. And I can use that, and also I can go outside in the evenings and play some music, so that'll be okay. I bought two tripods for different things, two little carry tripods, and a power bank for my phone. Because when you do long videos, it does run out. I'll just cut here. I'll do a little intro. G'day guys, sitting in Bangkok, having a cup of coffee, watching the world go by. Sitting on the dock of the bay, you can say. Watching the world go by. Bloody beautiful. Getting a bit older now, but I still enjoy just sitting around watching people doing what people do. I'm not from here, I only live here. That's a song. James McMurtry, I think. I'm not from here, I only live here. And really, I don't live here, I only visit here. But I visit quite a bit. Check out my channel. Some things will interest some people. Some things won't interest any people. Going to Pattaya tomorrow, make a film, walk along the beach, walk along the bar streets. Early in the day, late in the day. Have a look at my channel, see what it's like over in Pattaya. Now listen, I've got to say this. Pattaya is Pattaya. Jontaman is Jontaman. It's sister cities, sister towns. 20 minutes from each other. It costs you 10 baht to get on a bus to go from one to the other. Jontaman is more relaxed, where the permanent expats tend to live. They've got all the bars and everything you need. They've got a far better beach than Pattaya, but it's not known by most people. It's not developed. Pattaya is where everybody gets off a plane and runs to Pattaya, and you have heaps of bars, heaps of buying stuff, and the beach and chairs, and you watch the sunset and go on dragged around by a kite. That's Pattaya, but you just go over the hill to another thing that's got a much better beach, a much more relaxed atmosphere, and still plenty of things to do, and plenty of food. And it's probably a little bit more reasonable price, but not super much cheaper, but much better. I believe it's much better. That's only my personal choice. I would always go to Jontaman more than Pattaya. But then again, I don't mind walking up the street of Pattaya too. It's all right. I don't mind just sitting here having a coffee. I don't know what to eat. I could have a fermented rice sausage. I could have prawns in batter. I could have all the fruit you could think of. All within 50 metres of where I'm sitting. Oh, that is a bar. That black caravan up there is a bar, so I can have a beer if I want. I can go and buy a beer and sit down here and drink it. I'll probably get copyrighted on that music, doesn't matter. I will. I know that song. They'll copyright me for that. And I won't be able to put it up. What a bastard, I forgot about that. cup of coffee, watching the world go by, sitting on the dock of the bay, you could say, watching the world go by. Bloody beautiful. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, give us a share. Shares are more important. Share it with somebody else who you think might enjoy watching some of this stuff that I put up.
And watch them roll away again. Yeah. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time.
Left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. 'Cause I've got nothing to live for, nothing's gonna come my way. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything's gonna stay the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'm just gonna stay the same. I'm sick, lost in the roads, 'cause this place, it's 2,000 miles I roamed just to make this dock my home. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, wasting time. On the dock of the bay, wasting time, wasting time, wasting time.
Get well soon, Bree. Bye from Bangkok.